Okay, so besides from other law of attraction stuff that people study and talk about universal law, I know that people will click on this title and say, "What is he talking about? What is this law of attraction thing?" Don't worry, it's for my audience. But for those who come from the search YouTube search, or if I share this, this caught my eye a while back. Right, there was a secondhand store. It was in the library, and there's the secondhand store where you can buy cheaper books than on Amazon. So I bought it, but I bought other books. But this one caught my attention because it's the science of kissing, and I would like to know because whether you haven't felt kissing before or whether you have felt kissing before. For me, I have felt kissing before. The first time I remember because they say that the first kiss you will remember the most. You will feel it with your emotion. You can like you see it in your mind so clearly, right? And I remember the first time I kissed was from my ex, right? It was like at first it was weird because we were kissing and we were hitting each other's teeth, and I was like, "Is this how a kiss supposed to be?" But but that's not how a kiss supposed to be. And then over time we got better at kissing. But it made me want to like read it because I'm curious. I mean, a lot of people aren't curious, but I think that if you want to change your life, if you want to change the way you see things, you got to be curious, right? So I'm curious, and so I read it. This book is pretty interesting about how why kissing. When I was kissing my ex, it uh, felt good, right? And that I mean, it felt great. What I mean? Like, but it was more than that. It felt like if it was like bringing you closer to your your significant others or romance, whatever. And it felt like it it was like my that time I didn't understand, right, my brain, right, where it releases chemical, right, to make it feel good too, and it release our body releases hormones and chemical, and it shoot off and stuff like that. I was like, oh, what is this feeling, right? And I was like, okay, very interesting. So if you're curious about the science of kissing, I recommend that you get this book. Or if you're a book reader or you're like to read, this is like very interesting. You will like understand like kissing go way back before they have the Hollywoods and where they have the chick flicks. For me, I'm a type of romantic type of guy. I like romance. I like Korean drama for its romance. I like it for Hallmark. If you don't know, it's really romantic to have Hallmark and stuff like that. So I'm gonna be start reading you a couple of chapters, and I think it's very interesting. Let's read the preface. A kissing is one of the most significant exchanges people two people can have, serving as an unspoken language to convey our deepest feeling when words simply will not do. From simple love and desire to perfectory greeting between family and friends, this act can have innumerable meanings and resonance. For many of us, it is part of our earliest introduction to the planet Earth. It's often involved. Sorry, I was having a thought trip about aliens. Maybe we're aliens. Sorry, I know that people think, oh, man, who's this guy talking about aliens? This is weird. It's okay. You don't need. Clark Kent is alien, man. Goku is alien. Everybody who we look up to. All right, that's some kiss are still forever in our minds and heart, while others are forgotten as quickly as they occur. Across continent and time, kissing is one of the most important activities in our lives. Yet, its real nature has been too often overlooked by scientists and layman people alike. Let me see. Why not? After all, a decade ago, anthropologists estimated that kissing was practiced by over 90% of the culture around the world. The figure has been probably grown thanks to globalization, the internet, and the ease with which we now course across hemisphere. Even in societies in which couples do not traditionally kiss, they frequently engage in similar behavior, just as kissing or nibbling at one another's face and bodies. This makes kissing a practice with obvious evolutionary significance, whose study could provide insights into our collective past and currently physiology. And given that the kissing also leaves just an indelible mark on the human experience, why not further experience this behavior from as many angles as possible? Yep, because wait, because kissing brings two individuals together in an exchange of sensory information by way of taste, smell, touch, and possibly even silent chemical messenger called pheromones. Odorless airborne signal is also potential to provide all kind of insight into another person. So even when our conscious mind may not recognize it, this the act can reveal clue about partner level of commitment and possibly his or her genetic ability for producing children. Definition of a kiss is relatively simple. It's the either the mouth-to-mouth orientation of the individual to individual or pressing of one lips on some other part of another body or even on an object. But kissing like behavior is much broader category and should include a large array of exchange between people or animals. Focus on the use of lips and face, perhaps of other bodies. Now, yes, this is she put all together into the science behind why we kiss. Why is women lips are red? It's because to attract the guy to lure him in. I'm sorry, I got off topic. Um, but how does this relate to kissing? Neuro scientist, I can't even say his name. Bill Lerner Ramachandran of the University of California, San Diego, says that once our ancestor was primed to seek red for food reward, they were probably going to check out the source of this color where it occurred, including a part of the female anatomy. Eventually, red likely served as flashly signal to help facilitate another essential and enjoyable behavior besides eating, sex. Complementary to evolutionary research demonstrate that in primate, skins and hair coloring evolved after color vision. In other words, once our ancestors developed the ability to detect this color, it became emphasized on their bodies and particularly in the labial region, serving to indicate a female peck period of fertility, called estrus. Those with the most conspicuous sexual swelling were, I think that's how you spell conspicuous, were probably also most successful at attracting males and passed their flamboyancy endeavors posterities on their daughters. Today, there's no mistake. The female of many species, when they are ready to mate, as Duke University, uh, pri- um, is it primate? Scientist Vincent puts on a female. Bonobos look like they're carrying their own bright red bean bags, attract their bottom to sit down on what they get tired. That's why human females do not have to advertise I said ours, our reproductive cycle in our rear end. We exist what we call the hidden clitoris instead. But the following this theory, our lips are quite literally a genital echo, as the British do uh, Desmond Morris put it, referencing the female libero in their texture, thickness, and color. Indeed, when men and women become sexually excited, both our lips and our genitals swells, redden as they engorged with blood, becoming increasingly sensitive to touch. And if a plump, rosy smile get noticed, it's probably mean men themselves are rewarded for paying attention in an evolutionary sense. A woman naturally large reddish lips may provide clue about her fertility. They swell when they reach puberty and thin when age. Multiple studies have linked full lips to a higher level of hormones, estrogens, in adult women, meaning that they serve as reliable indicator of her productive capability. No matter what cross-culture, men report that fully lived on women are an asset. In turn, women have recognized for millennia the power and highlighting the first record of lipstick date back from thousands years to Sumerian regions in ancient Egypt. Very interesting, right? And then tell you more about the lips and stuff like that. But I'm going to read that. Now we go to the literature, chapter 13, the right chemistry. We kiss to express affection, adoration, respect, and kiss. I mean, love. We kiss to celebrate new beginning, to say goodbye. We kiss because we care or we want to appear to. This all result in a stagnant amount of brain activity and many complex change in our bodies. Piercing across the animal kingdom demonstrate the remarkable power of physical display of affection, often a kissing like nature to connect individuals in a strong relationship. We need to share, to connect, to communicate beyond using language. And kissing has been dramatically successful meaning of doing so. We also seen what we when we kiss our body instant instant literally instantly know a great deal about what we do and how to respond to another person. We collect a staggering amount of sensory data through the experience, and the data in turn set off a cascade of electrical and chemical reactions, which then moderate our behavior and help us decide whether the kiss works, whether we want to continue or go even farther. Like sex, romantic kissing is behavior that facilitates reproduction. I find this very interesting when I reread it because I have not read this book for a very long time because I'm trying to solve people problems. So in this sense, its relationship to success in the competitive competition to pass on one genetic material is obvious. Kissing benefit us by helping us live on through our genes and intermittent offspring and beyond. Seeing this light, many aspects of the kissing experience appear illicitly engineered to ensure reproductive success for humans, especially female lips, much like female breasts and buttocks, serve to attract members of the opposite sex, attracting almost as kind of like bullseye. The larger and the redder they appear, the more attractive men to seem to find. Actress Mae West once said, "A kiss is the man's signature." She was right. Besides more mere attraction, there's a subtler way in which the kissing experience got our reproductive decision even further. A good deal of the scientific literature speculates that kissing may have evolved to help us choose a suitable partner or realize when a match is a bad idea. Kissing may serve as an interface tool that brings us closer enough to taste, smell, and interpret cues from a partner, so as to assess the potential for a relationship. The exchange of olfactory, tactile, and postural information might trigger unconscious mechanisms that guide us in deciding whether we should continue, and a kiss might even tell us about a potential partner level of commitment and genetic capability. These unconscious cues probably work for both sexes, but in different ways. For men, a larger and taller female mouth is attractive, and that's probably no accident. Larger lips may also subconsciously inform a man of a woman totally on her health. A woman in turn can tell a great deal about her partner by kiss, even if she's not aware. Her body may react to the taste of his lips, his tongues, and his testosterone saliva, as well as the way he positions his body, but all which help her decide whether he's worth mating with. So, I'm kidding. Um, both partners then have the hidden skill to help them evaluate the other through a kiss. So in a sense, the kiss can serve a natural litmus test of the relationship, whether it will produce healthy offspring that's quite benefit to us or to our species. Yeah. Okay. I should read this because this is good. Rome, what motivates to kiss? Us to kiss? No, I mean not. No, people, your relationship. Like, romantic kissing usually occurs when two individuals share a sense of closeness and intimacy. The precise trigger for this behavior varies from relation to relation, but always involving complex biological, physical, and social instincts. Perhaps most important is the combination of craving and emotional attachment spurred on by the neural neurotransmitter in hormones in our body, such as dopamine and oxytocin. These substances promote a sense of desire and anticipation. They also encourage us to keep going when the match and the moment are right. Context is also extremely important for eliciting a kiss. For the first kiss, explores a comfortable and secure environment, encourage the exchange. No wonder researchers said that kissing reduced the body level of cortisol and stress hormone. I did not know that. I guess I read it, but I hadn't. Like it's the same thing when you read a book; it reduces your stress levels. But I guess kissing also does that too. A good kiss brings the sense of relaxation as well as positive feelings of reward and security, thus reinforcing the behavior and meaningless part of kisses. Today, kissing is so ingrained in most society that it is nearly impossible to avoid encountering. There can be little doubt that in the United States our urge to kiss is strongly influenced by Hollywood fairy tales, people we see on the street, and the chatter among peers as we grow up. We see kissing on television and on billboards and at school. We read about it in novels, magazines. The behavior is better advertised than Coca-Cola. Yeah, I like it. I really like it. I highly recommend you pick up this book because I think it's pretty interesting how humans um, use it to interact when we. Well, in essence, I remember how the kissing went. It felt as if I was closer to the person. It felt that I was more that I like. I remember it was like for the first time I felt like wow, this like closeness. Like I didn't even know what like closeness mean, like, but it means like your hearts are one. Well, in my interpretation, right? Because I watch a lot romance movie, but I like the book. So anyway, I hope that you like the book reviews or work on this. So yeah, the science of kissing. Yeah, kissing is very interesting thing so far, right? Anyway, subscribe to my channel, like my video because I do book reviews and I do interviews. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.